Coming to another video to you done know. So you guys, this is going to be my video on how my experience with Turo is. I've had a lot of requests on my Instagram about Turo, questions about it, costs. So I definitely want to go over everything with you guys, and as well as help other people too who are also thinking about getting Turo or going into Turo, I might say. So let's get into the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, add my Instagram. My Instagram is 6pack Austin. I made it in high school, okay? So I never changed it. I thought it was cool. So yeah, please add me on Instagram. I do follow back. But yeah, let's get into this video. I don't want to waste any more of you guys' time. Let's get right into it. So let's go over the first thing, the car. I want to go over with you guys. I bought a 2012 Fiat 500, okay? It had 26,000 miles on it. It has a clean title. I bought it for $3,800. Yeah, that is cheap. Honestly, that was like a one-off thing. I wasn't expecting to get it so cheap, but I did. I literally bought it sight unseen. As you guys know, since I do auction, by the way, let me just slide that in. I do auction, so if you are looking for a car to buy, hit your boy up. I can definitely get you a car for the low. But yeah, I bought it sight unseen. You know, it had 26,000 miles on it. I took a risk. The car was all the way in Georgia. So $3,800 to buy it. I had to pay for shipping, which was $325. The auction fee, as well as the other relevant stuff that they tack on, because you know how auction is, they like to tack on a lot of irrelevant things, you know. So with all that, you know, with the buy now price, the shipping, the auction fee, the sales tax, I was around $4,400, which is $4,400 into the car itself, just to clear it from auction, okay? Now, obviously, when you buy a car used, you know, from auction and it's cheap, you are taking a risk. Every single car that I buy at auction, I take it directly to Charlie. You guys who know me know Charlie. He's in Fort Lauderdale. He specializes in BMW specifically, but he does tackle other cars as well too. So, yeah, I always take all the cars I get from him. Well, I get from auction to him. So I took it over to him. As I knew there was going to be a list of stuff, because it's auction and there's a reason why they're sometimes there. This wasn't too bad. Believe it or not, this was actually a green light car. You know, so I feel like they ran as a green light because of how low the miles was. But anyways, yeah, when he looked at it, the oil pan, because he tried to do an oil change. Get this, you guys. So this is funny. So he tries to do an oil change. He jacks, you know, puts the car up in the air. He discovers that the oil pan has JB Well on it. So where the drain plug, you know, plugs out, there was a JB Well on it. So somebody JB welded the plug and everything to permanently be closed. Permanently. Okay, so obviously, how you gonna do an oil change if you can't take out the oil? So the only way for him to actually do an oil change on my car was to get an oil pan. Okay, now with a drain plug. Okay, so because it needed the whole assembly, because the old oil pan was actually cracked as well too. So on top of the drain being JB welded, they also JB welded some of the oil pan as well too. Yeah, so I had to get a new oil pan. I was able to find one for $60, not too bad. He also discovered that my valve cover gasket was somewhat leaking. It wasn't bad, but since I knew I was gonna be renting it to people, I just wanted to just fix every little thing. So the valve cover gasket was $45. He charged me for both that and the rate and everything for labor, $380. So we're looking at $60 $45, labor rate at $380. You're looking at a combined total of $485 at my mechanics. Okay. Obviously, you have to get tag and registration. So, tag and registration off rip was $450. My insurance for the Fiat, and I want to go over that as well too. Insurance, okay. Now with Turo, they have their own insurance, okay. So I personally got insurance for my car just in case. Let's just say I pick up the car and I'm driving it, you know, and I for some reason I get into an accident, you know. So I still wanted to, let's just say if I'm in the car, I want it to be covered. Some people don't do it. I 100%, I don't take risks like that. So I got insurance for the car regardless of Turo, okay? Because just in case if I run anywhere and I drive any place, I want to be able to know that I'm covered as well too. So I do have insurance on the car outside of Turo. I went with Progressive. For me personally, it was $98 a month to run the car with insurance, okay? $98 a month, which is, I think is very cheap. I think it's great. But yeah, just in total to have the car bought from auction, getting it fixed, tagging registration, I was literally in the car $5,335, okay, to the T. So $5,335. That is what it was. That's what it took for me to have the car on pretty much ready for Turo. Okay, now Turo is actually very easy. They make it very easy for everybody, surprisingly. I don't know if it's because of how long they've been on the, you know, they've been around. I think Turo's been around for like 5 years, 6 years now. So obviously they went through the old kinks and everything already. You as a host, they literally make you go to a webinar. Now don't get scared. The webinar is not bad. It's literally online. You literally just click a link where you will get a one of the members from Turo, where they actually live stream you and go over with you how Turo works, rules and regulations. They ask you any questions that you may have. Very, very helpful. So shout out to Turo for just being so detailed on that, you know, because obviously somebody who is trying to get into Turo is going to have a lot of questions, and they do a really great job at answering a lot of questions that you may have. So, but yeah, let me go into the cost of what I made on Turo, okay? So, it gets kind of confusing a little bit, but stay with me, okay? So, I posted my Fiat at $32 a day with unlimited miles. I was on the 75-25 plan, okay? So yeah, so I'm currently on my 6th host. I'm gonna go over each and every one of them so you know what's going on and have a time frame, because I did go up on price when I saw my car was doing good. So the first 3 people, I had it at $32 a day, okay? I had this lady, she literally booked it for like 2 days, and honestly, no, she booked it for like a day. She booked it for a day. This is how it went. She booked it for a day, and then the next day, I was just like, damn, I'm gonna have to pick up the car, you know? So I was just like, you know what? There is a minimum. So because of her, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make it a 2-day standard for people to get my car, because so I don't have to be rushing, you know? So yeah, but the car was literally rented out. As soon as she was done with it, it got rented out. You understand? Even before she brought it back. So second person that I rented the car to, obviously I put a minimum days that they could have it on. So they had it for like 3 days, okay? My minimum is 2 days, so they had it for 3 days. It went well, you know. I have it on limited miles. For some reason, the second person went over like 500 miles in 3 days, you understand? Well, I have it on unlimited, so it doesn't really matter, but I didn't think they would be using the car, you know? But anyways, they did, and it was cool. I got a 5-star for that as well. The third person, same thing. I was just like, they rented out for like 4 days, and then they did an extension, you know. And I was like, you know what? This car is doing really well. Let me step up, okay? So the fourth person I rented the car to, I put it at $33, and they had it for a week, you know. And it was well. They ran it and everything. They loved the car. My car is low miles, AC works, you know, so it's a really great car. And I was just, and then even before the fourth person brought it back, it was already booked for the next week by the fifth person. I still had it at $33 a day, and I was just like, you know what? When I saw the fifth person book the car, I was like, you know what? Let me change my whole perspective on this. All right. So I started lowering the discounts, because you can put discounts on your car to entice somebody to like rent your car. But my fee, I don't need no enticing. People gonna rent it regardless, you know. So what I did was I put it at $34 a day, and I put down the discounts. Like I pretty much almost zeroed it out, you know. And he rented. He literally, the sixth guy, because by the way, you guys, I've only had 6 people rent my car out. So yeah, the sixth guy got it at $34, you know, and he still has until today. He just keeps renewing it. So he's on a really interesting record right now, you know. But yeah, for the month of November, I kind of started like October, like really late October. I would say like October 25th, 26th, you know. And I cut it off at like December 1st, okay? Literally, you know, because the guy was still renting it. So I did some calculations and everything because of that. But I literally made over $1,000, which was a goal, okay? That was the goal for me, though. I wanted to make at least $1,000 a month. I wanted this car to at least do 1,000, okay? Because if it did 1,000, it's worth it. With a car like a Fiat like that, you are guaranteed a band, okay? It's guaranteed. I do plan on putting up the price and everything. For example, even with the sixth guy, right now, he started off at $34 a day, but right now he is at $45 a day because of the holidays, you know? So, you know, Christmas, New Year's, everything of that nature, you can always charge more, okay? So, first, transition over to recommendations. Now, what I recommend, okay? Now, this is my personal opinion. I have seen people on YouTube fail at Turo, okay? And I've noticed the people who were failing at Turo had cars that were not paid off, okay? So, in my personal opinion, I feel like you should be getting a car that's already paid off, so you don't have to be worried about things. Because think about it, if you're having to pay off a car, you have to worry about the monthly payment. You have to worry about interest. You gotta worry about the insurance and everything. You have to get full coverage when the car is not paid off, okay? You know, it's just a lot of other factors that come into having a not paid off car. I feel like if somebody's trying to just dip their foot into Turo, I feel like you should just literally buy a car that's at least $6,000 or below. You know, that way your cost isn't too high and everything, and you can actually get a feeler on things, because honestly speaking, it's not for everybody. It's just not, you know. It's for me because I like it. I don't have to really think about it. It's just literally just side residual income that I don't have to worry about. You know, it's like having an employee that you paid one time and it just keeps giving you money. That's how I look at it, you know. But I'm always looking at the positives and everything, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, I recommend Turo. I recommend solely to just get a car that is paid off. Okay, so you don't have to worry about other expenses and things of that nature. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have written down and everything. If I missed anything about Turo, or you have any questions regarding Turo, please, you know, comment below on the YouTube video. You can also reach me on Instagram as well and DM me, you know, just any questions or concerns. But I do plan on getting another car on Turo, another Fiat, because this Fiat's doing really great, especially for the month right now. I'm like, as I shoot this, it's like December 14th right now. So another thing too, I don't know when I'm gonna put out this video, so yeah, but today is the 14th, and the sixth guy who has the car, he still has the car. So, and he's at $45 a day right now as we speak because of the holidays. But going into the next year, I'm definitely going to be raising the prices even more as standard, because truth be told, the Fiat is a hot thing. It's a car that's good on gas. It's small, so it can go into any specific space. You know, not everybody wants a flashy car, you know, and I think that's something that people thought that people would want, but they honestly just don't. They want something that'll go from point A to point B. That's it, you know. Plus they want to also go on trips as well too, you know, and with the price of gas, you don't want to spend too much. But anyways, this concludes the video. If you stuck around this long, thank you for sticking around. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Add me on Instagram. You can also email me as well too. I'll also put my email in the description. And like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to comment below. And if you have anything you want to also add and say, you can also comment below as well. Until then, thank you for watching. Stay positive. And that's it. Have a good one. Hey guys, I just remembered something I wanted to add in. So since I'm technically $5,335 into the car to put it on Turo, obviously my breakdown for me to actually break even would be 4 to 5 months, correct? Because I'm making $1,000 a month on the car. So in my opinion, I love that, because the typical business, and depending on the business you're into, you don't really break even until about a year, maybe 2, if not more, depending on what business you're in, obviously. So to break even in 4 to 5 months, in my opinion, is really good. So I just want to also let you guys know, whatever money that you put into the car, always also make a note of how long it's going to take for you to actually break even. But with that, you guys have a great rest of your day, all right?